Hello and welcome to a new tutorial. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to attach motion capture data to a rig in Autodesk Maya. As a bit of a celebration to World Book Day, we're using a character rig for Dobby the house elf. So we are going to get pretty much stuck straight in here. As you can tell, we already have some IK handles. The weights are all painted fairly nicely as well, so we've got all of that working, and we can get our legs moving properly and all of that nice stuff. So we're going to get stuck straight into here. If you do want the textures, please let me know, or go to the website that will be linked on the NTU Now page to download this model. You do have to do a bit of fixing for the textures, but other than that, there's not a great deal that you need to do. The eyes are a bit broken here, but I'm not too fussed on that, so I'm going to leave them as they are. First thing that I need to do when we're coming into here is I need to make sure that these are in line with the x-axis, the elbows and the shoulders. So I'm just going to do that really quickly. I'm going to go to the top view. I'm just going to select these and rotate them so I can't see that green line. That's the wrong one. There we go. Awesome. And then the same on here as well. Just so that they're parallel to the x-axis. So what's really nice about this rig is it's all already painted for us and all of that nice stuff. All of the weights are painted, all the controls are done. You'll see that this is a bit more of a complex rig compared to what we've done before, which is fine. And instead of inverse kinematics on our arms, we have forward kinematics, so we need to rotate at each part of the arm to get the movement there, which is fine, there's no issue with that. What I do want to do though is I want to make sure that I'm x-raying the joints, but that does make things a bit messier. So I am going to hide all. I just want the curves, polygons and joints. Still pretty messy, so I'm going to hide the curves for now. The reason being is we need to make sure that when we're essentially attaching the motion capture to a skeleton of its own, that's then going to translate onto this skeleton here. So I'm going to grab the human IK functionality over here. So it's this icon at the top of a man, and I'm going to create character definition, which brings us to this. And on here we need to select the joints that and attach them to this rig here and define which bone is which. So to do that, you would double click on here, and then you would pick the bone that it attaches to, which would just attach the hip to the right place. I'm going to work on the top of the legs now, so I'm going to make sure that let's try that again. I'll just turn surfaces off, and what you'll notice is when I've attached that side, it attaches the other side as well. And then I'm going to do the bottom of the left leg, and it's automatically done the other side for us. It's also saying this is IK, and then this foot controller here. I'm not too fussed about going into the foot controller because we do only have this available to us, so I'll probably just leave that as is. Toe base, let's just select that, and then that will do it to the other side as well, which is highlighted in green. Awesome, so now I'm going to start with the shoulders up here. So I'm going to go into the left shoulder, I'm going to double click on here, and I'm going to select this clavicle. I can then go back out, select the left arm, and select that there. That's not done the other side though, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. Have I selected the right thing? Let's try that again. And select this one here. Okay, so something's not quite happened over here. We'll come back to that in a minute. So we'll do the hand. Select that and select that there. So it's not liking these hands here. There we go. Let's go up to this part here and select this. That's working fine. So for some reason it just didn't want to translate it there. Cool, so now I'm going to start with the spine here. So the bottom part of the spine is this bone here, which is going to go green for us. And then we've got two more bones, two more spine parts to define. So I'm going to double click on that one. Click on this bone here. Let's try that again because that didn't seem to. There we go. And then go to spine 3, and it's going to be this one here. That's worked out pretty well. So we've got a few neck joints to assign. So I'm going to grab that one, then that one, and then that one. Go back, and then we're going to attach our head. Awesome. So now this has gone green, and we've got a tick at the top to say it's all nicely done for us. So what we need to do now is we need to make sure that the controllers are defined as well. So we're going to hover over this, which will tell us that it's going to create a custom rig mapping for us. I can just click that there. Now I'm going to swap the joints for the controllers. And we have all of these. And then we should, why hasn't that worked? There we go. There we've got custom rig here. So for this, we need to make sure that we're attaching things properly. So with our our feet being IK handles, they would move differently to the forward kinematic controllers that we have elsewhere. So if I select that and then right click and assign selected effector, that's going to go green, and we have these two functions at the top here. With IK handles we do want both. For forward kinematics we only want the rotation values. Excuse me. So I'm going to do the same for the left foot and assign selected effector. I'm going to go up to our waist now. I'm going to grab the waist controller, which is the one with the arrows, and I'm going to assign selected effector, which is fine like that. I'm going to go up to the shoulder, go to assign selected effector, go to this one here, assign selected effector, and then this one. In fact, that will also, that is already affecting that, so that needs to also affect this here. And then we want this one for there. Going to do the same on this one now. So, although we do want to make sure that on here we are just using the rotation value, so I'm just going to check that on here, which is fine. That's fine. It does normally work it out for you, and it has done for us in this case. So I'm going to grab this one. I have a feeling I've picked the wrong one, but we'll carry on for now. Let's grab that one there. Yeah, we have. So I'm just fixing those ones up. And then this one will move this. This one will move this. And then this will move this one. So these all need to be rotation only because they are forward kinematic movers, as opposed to the inverse kinematics. So they only need the rotation on them, and that's why we have this one selected and not this one on these ones. Okay, so we're going to start looking at these now. So we have 3 controllers for the spine. So I'm going to start from this bottom one, and I'm going to assign the selected effector, the same on this second one, and then finally for that third one. Remember, I do have selected surface objects turned off as well, so I'm not selecting the mesh itself. I can go back. Then we want this middle one. We want to make sure that we're getting this one affected. That has done. So we're going to grab this neck here. We're going to assign selected effector. Go back. And we're going to assign the head for this one. Just going to select both that and assign both of them to that. It doesn't like that, so I'm going to undo it. Okay, so that should all be working now. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to rename this character to Dobby, so that we have that in there. But I am going to set this to none, and I'm going to select import animation example, and then we get this in here. So this is just something that Maya brings in for us, and it's just a short fight here. So I need to make sure I've got Dobby set to the character, and then I want the source set to the dummy fight. And now what you'll notice is if I hide the dummy fighter, is that we've got Dobby fighting here. And using all of that information, we've got a bit of stretching with the ears, which doesn't happen, only happens for a frame. So I would just clean that up. In an animation layer on there. But we are getting a relatively nice playback here. Awesome. So that's moving nicely, and I'm happy to leave that there. So we've just that is the attaching already existing in Maya data, so motion capture data from Maya. But what if you want to attach some other data? We could go to import, and then I've got some motion capture data in animation, and we want this here. So imagine we want a character to fall to the ground. We can set we have this movement still, but on that character there. So what we would need to do is we would need to define all of this from this character here and pop that into here. So we can go to our Mixamo hips here, and we can let's hide Dobby for now. Let's focus on this here, and we can start to define we would need to define this as a new character. So we would go back to 1, define the hips. I need to see joints, and then we're going to work our way up again and do that from this point here, and then you would attach it using character 1 as opposed to dummy fight. So if we put Dobby back here, we would then go to dummy fight on the source. Let's show Dobby again. No, that's the dummy fight. And then we could see whether, no, that's not working. Character 1. And we would just need to make sure that the character 1 has all of this set up for us as well, so that we can attach it to that. So for the most part, that's not going to do anything for now, but when all of this is defined and we've sorted that, well, we just need to define the joints for this one, and then we would attach it to the source here. So let's get on with that. Double click on the spine, got that first one there. Let's come in here and just do this really quickly. Spine So let's ignore that for now. Because we haven't done any of that stuff. Cool, and then let's select our Dobby and go to our character 1, show Dobby in there, find him, let's start, and we get that there as well. So we can hide all of this as well. Ooh, that's the wrong button. Hide this, hide these, and hide those. And we would just need to do a bit of cleanup with that at the beginning to make sure that the animation works along with it as well. So we need to make sure that we've got it all in T-pose before we do that, which we could do in an animation layer as well. So that's how we would attach it to that. In terms of cleaning it up, just make sure that this is all set to a T-pose beforehand, because it looks like it's breaking Dobby quite a lot here. Let's make sure we keep that on there, and then we can figure all of that out as we go. Alright, so hopefully this tutorial has been helpful for you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.